Hey guys and girls, welcome back to some East 9 where we left off. Some crazy stuff happened. We learned that everyone was basically clones of past people. And Adol was the first test subject to clone a full-on human, like adult. So he had some defects a little bit. They're trying to save him. We're gonna see what happens here. We're gonna jump into it. Oh, look. It's Adol and his homunculi. So we learned that basically we were playing as the homunculi the whole time, as like a clone of Adol, and not the actual Adol. It's nice to finally meet you.
It's our first time meeting, but it doesn't feel that way.
Damn, the
It's
homunculi
like
talking.
You and I have been connected all along.
Hell yeah.
You felt it too, haven't you? I envy you for all of your adventures. What a life. The danger. When was the last time you slept in peace? Why keep doing it? Why do you still want to be an adventurer?
Do you even need to ask?
No, I suppose I don't. I know why you'll never change. If you don't light a fire, it'll never go out. If you don't make decisions, you'll never be hurt. But you'll never be deterred. You'll keep going until your last breath escapes you.
Hell yeah, he will.
In you, there lies a hope that guides you, and everyone around you toward their dreams.
And that's just what I plan to do. There's so many places I have to see. And that's just what I plan to do.
I thought so. I have a favor to ask. I wish I could go with you, but I'm afraid I'm running out of time.
Oh no.
Still, I can't let it end here. Adventures are still waiting for us. So I ask you this. Take my power and my soul. Take them with you on your journeys. Adol Kristen.
Damn. Fusing us back together. Oh. Final chapter. Monstrum Nox. I assumed, I guess this was the only way to save him.
You're awake.
Have you been here this whole time?
Yes. It was Dr. Noah's first time performing this procedure, so he cautioned me of its risks. I thought it best to stay and be sure you were all right. Incidentally, I believe this is the first time we've spoken, Adol Kristen.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Then you must be aware of what happened to you.
Adol the Red certainly is perceptive.
Dr. Noah.
The adventurer Adol Kristen and his homunculus the Crimson King. Within you resides both of their souls. To be precise, you were originally one person, and now you've become one again.
Do you feel the Crimson King's consciousness and the power you inherited?
You tell them of the pact you made with the Crimson King.
So that's what happened.
A conversation between souls during fusion. That is fascinating indeed.
Dr. Noah is Zola's assistant, but he has since joined our cause. He was the one who fused both of your souls into a single body. Forgive me, but this was the only way to save the Crimson King's life.
Actually, I can't thank you two enough.
No.
I thought you would be angry with me. You're a very strange young man. He looks to be adjusting well enough.
Yes, Dr. Noah is right.
Preparations for what?
I was planning on telling you after everyone had arrived. And it seems that time has come.
Adol! You're all right!
It's good to see the procedure was a success.
I suppose introductions are in order. That's right. That makes this the first time we've met. Right, Adol?
I guess. But I mean, I know of everything. You tell them the Crimson King still lives on in you, and to treat you as they always have.
I didn't think you could do something like that.
At least I've got something to show for leaving home.
Can't wait to hear all about it.
Long story short, you're the same Adol we've always been friends with.
Hell yeah.
Thank goodness.
I've always been me.
Yes. My worries have been assuaged.
You didn't call us just for this welcome back party, did you?
Before I get to it, there is something I need to tell you all first. It concerns Zola, the one who created all of us homunculi.
About time you told us who he is.
That man... No, the alchemist, Zola, is...
He was a young noble who served Rosvita during the 100 Years' War.
Anemona.
You've regained more memories?
Yes. Some returned when I saw this room. If Zola served under Rosvita, then they must have known each other a long time.
That reminds me. There was a guy standing next to the saint in that painting. Is that the guy you're talking about?
Yes. The 100 Years' War was also a proxy war between the gods. Glia had the blessing of Grimnir. Ratai was blessed by Luki. But the roaring flames of human war eventually ignited the realm of the gods. Divided between the two sides, a war of their own erupted. Ultimately, Grimnir and Luki both fell at the other's hand.
Is this the Twilight of the Gods from the Norse religion?
Yes. Because of that war, the gods that once blessed Glia perished.
That's terrible. Then what is the Grimwald Nox?
You said the gods used the Grimwald Nox to contain and purge the monsters.
Even without the gods, the Grimwald Nox still creates monsters from human emotions. So now, it falls on humans to eradicate the monsters born from them. But after the 100 Years' War, many Glians were overcome with grief. The monsters manifested from them could no longer be contained by humans alone.
What happened then?
That is when Zola intervened. After I was executed, he resigned from the military and returned home. He secluded himself and became engrossed in his research to the point of obsession.
So that was when he began learning alchemy.
But why did he do that?
Thought you were smarter than that, kid.
He was in love with Rosvita.
Papa wanted to revive Rosvita. He respected her as both his commander and the woman he loved. He sold his land and used his inheritance to devote his life to his research. He would often isolate himself in his lab for days at a time without food or rest. The outcome of his blood and tears was...
It was me. I was born from his work.
That's such a sad reason.
Damn.
Yeah, I never would have guessed.
Zola then reappeared from isolation as an alchemist. He proposed a plan to the Glean royal family, who was overwhelmed by the Grimwald Nox.
So that's why.
Only beings of exceptional strength and skill are capable of suppressing the Grimwald Nox. They are doing the gods' work, quite literally after all. Zola's proposal involved the creation of a homunculus army. The Glean royalty, out of time and other options, accepted his proposal.
So that's how he built all of this.
As you know, homunculi are created by replicating existing humans. When the royal family sought candidates in secret, a handful of people volunteered. Yes. The volunteers were my comrades who fought alongside me in the 100 Years' War. You are the homunculi of the heroes preserved here in this lab. The homunculi who have been slaying the Lemiris in secret, maintaining peace in Glea.
And centuries of this conflict brought us to today.
Yes. If the homunculi warriors were injured or killed, new ones were created.
Damn. So, yeah, they've just been reactivating homunculi constantly to fight in the Grimwald Nox, basically.
Zola even transferred his own soul into homunculi in order to continue his research. Then he gave his warriors gifts that bound them to this land.
That explains what the curse is. I had no idea.
Why were we adopted or given to orphanages then? Was that the case for all of our predecessors?
No. Zola and I raised the homunculi ourselves. But 15 years ago, Zola disappeared. Your predecessors had perished, and you were all much too young to fight. That is why I made the decision to suppress the Grimwald Nox alone. I had no other choice but to entrust you to the people of Balduq.
So you've been fighting alone then?
So then, what has Zola been doing?
Shortly before he left, he said he had discovered a breakthrough in his research. I've no doubt it's the magnum opus he was speaking of, and he's still working on it.
There's one more thing that doesn't add up. Where did you come from? Saint Rosvita was tricked by Bretai's army and burned at the stake. So explain to me how the hell you were created.
Kratos' right. Our bodies were preserved.
Papa can fabricate more than just objects and flesh. He can fabricate human souls as well.
I do remember him saying that.
My soul was the first prototype that he successfully fabricated. Using the doll belonging to Rosvita as a relic, Papa placed my soul into it.
Huh?
Why would he do that?
He did it because fabricating a soul was only the first step.
He needed to put the soul into something I held dear to learn more about my past. From the memories he learned from Anemona and a lock of my hair, I was created.
Damn.
What?
Now you're telling us he can create people from nothing but memories and hair?
That's a lot of power for one man.
Right? Now we know why Aprilis and the rest of us were created. But what about Adol?
It must have something to do with Zola's magnum opus.
I don't have the answer to that question. But Zola has a deep desire for Adol's copious experience as an adventurer.
Could it be possible that the strange monsters and primordials we have witnessed in the prison were designed based on Adol's past adventures?
There's no mistaking it.
You've got quite the fan, Adol.
I suspected that was the case. And if Adol says so, then it must be.
I've seen a lot.
I'm worried.
Worried about what?
Isn't there anything we can do to stop Zola?
There are many things I need to ask him, and nobody knows where he is. There's also the matter of a certain event that's about to happen.
And what's that?
Balduq will soon be hosting its Victory Day festival for the 100 Years' War.
There's going to be a festival?
You mean...
Yeah. It's too bad we won't be able to enjoy it worry-free.
It is an annual festival celebrating the reclamation of Balduq.
About that time of year again, huh?
Yeah, I suppose we were too busy to remember. But what does the festival have to do with anything?
The scars left by the 100 Years' War still run deep through this land. Once every year, the Grimwald Nox becomes the more dangerous ultimate Grimwald Nox.
Even more dangerous?
Now that is a celebration I can get behind.
Victory Day is in 3 days.
We do not have much time.
Zola is a threat, but the ultimate Grimwald Nox is a more immediate concern. Before that time comes, you should all take this chance to return to the city and rest.
I think I'll do that. I'm exhausted, mentally and physically.
Yeah, we've all been through a lot.
I could use a night to let this all sink in.
I will investigate the Grimwald Nox and Zola's whereabouts. You'll hear from me if I discover anything. Until then, rest well.
Will do. With that, Adol and the others decided to leave the prison and return to the city for the time being. The exhausted Monstrums needed time both to rest and to reflect upon the truth they had discovered about themselves. A bonfire was lit in the city to celebrate the coming festivities, and the streets were abound with a lively vigor. In an effort to ease citizens' concerns over the night's revolt, many Roman soldiers were assigned to assist with preparations. 3 days came and went, and before long Balduq was ushering in the start of the Victory Day festival. Yet even then, there was still no word from Aprilis. Uh-oh. That's worrying. The hell are we supposed to do? The Victory Day festival has now arrived. Did something happen to Aprilis? I don't know, but she's never this late. Yeah, she puts on a stoic facade while she's working herself to the bone. Dad might know where she is. Where is Dr. Noah at the present? Your guess is as good as mine. Waiting around ain't my style. Ah, it appears you're all here. Parks? Looks like our warden friend pulled through. Things have quieted down. With the knights revolting and all, things could have gotten out of hand quick. It is times like these when festivals are the most propitious. Dogi and I went for a little stroll and observed high spirits all across the city. I must confess that I've reassessed my opinions of our dear warden. Really? I guess he's a hard worker. Still can't get over the fact that I couldn't tell that you weren't the real Adol. Who would have thought that you were a homunculus the whole time? I had no idea myself. Every time something like this happens, I convince myself I'll never be surprised again. And then lo and behold, you find a way of surprising me. Adol must have been a homunculus by the time I first met him. Speaking of which, I looked into the man named Marius you informed me about. I was very pleased to learn that he was indeed the friend I have been searching for. Wow, good for you, Parks. He was with Adol in the prison, right? Yes, but unfortunately our current situation curtails me from going to see him. If that is so, then it is of great importance that our objective is successful. Then does that mean you're leaving? I would never do something so churlish as to leave without repaying my debt. Moreover, I wouldn't miss witnessing you all save this city for the world. Don't scare me like that. Well, we still haven't heard from Aprilis. Why don't you all enjoy a stroll around the city? A little break couldn't hurt. A break? Hey, that's a good idea. The entire city's out and about right now. It's worth taking a look, Adol. I suppose there's nothing to be gained by waiting around here. I do not object. Also, the bulletin board looks like it's filled up again. We can kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get some requests out of the way. Alright then, let's do it. Hey. Oh, Adol, an urgent request came in on the bulletin board. Have you looked at it? Or did someone join the crew while you're out? Why don't you say hello? I am now... What did I mean? Our gear's been consolidated. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. But we're good, I guess. I'm now back as myself. With my Crimson King powers, we're good. Who joined us? Hello? Pamela. Marius? I'd like for you to dispose of the legacy Master Shadowlord has left behind. Ask Shantae for details, and then we have a wanted from Dogi. Ow! It's my little buddy! Well met, Rusty! So this is your secret fortification. Why didn't you tell me about this place before? Thanks for busting me out of prison, by the way. I wouldn't be here if you hadn't. I'm glad you're safe. Yeah, I'm glad you are too. I heard about what happened, but are you really the self-same Rusty? If you are, then I've got no qualms about working together. And there's a little matter of my personal mission I need to carry out. Maybe I'll tell you all about it one day. Fare thee well, Rusty. Hey. Xavier's gonna help us. Dope. Wow, the streets are getting pretty busy. It will surely be far busier once the night market opens. Man, if only this wasn't happening, then we could go enjoy ourselves. It would appear the Roman garrison is keeping watch over the city. And I doubt the knights will pull anything big while the soldiers are in command. Oh, it is what it is, given all that's occurred. You never guessed the ultimate Grimoire Nox was on its way. Yeah, you said it. We mustn't let our guard down. Stay mindful of the Lamars. Okay. So, we do have some missions, right? Where are they at? I'm confused now. Is it like out of town? Oh, there's one like all the way up here if you wanted. Where's the other ones though? Wreath Restoration. Oh, these are required. Okay, so these are all
hard at work.
red missions. That's why. I thought because they're normally side missions.
There's much to enjoy at the festival.
Let's go do these then.
Duke doesn't get much better than this.
Oh, my dude. There you go. Space looks fancier. Guess it's not all that when you're living on a big time doctor's salary, though. Mistaken, Jules. Nothing to be sorry about. That said, how did you know I saw someone who looked like your father in the first place? I figured I had nothing to lose asking the Monstrum Nox, but yeah, sure. More importantly, this man you saw was over in Central District. Yes, that's right. I believe he was just on his way out of Balduke Cathedral. But there were so many people there that I ended up losing track of him. It'll probably go down as the biggest mistake of my life. There truly are people out there who cry boo-hoo. Anyway, if Dr. Noah really did leave the cathedral, all we have to do is ask if anyone saw him. Okay. Let's do it. Down. Down like a clown. Father promised you won't force him back. Without a good reason. Okay, so we're going to the cathedral, which is like right here. And we'll see if he's here. I don't think it's that simple though.
Yeah.
Treasure chest located.
Recall seeing a rather strange man here just recently. Came by asking to see some old medical records. The church keeps all of its records from the past. You see, I remember him because I thought it was such an unusual request. I procured them for him. He perused them in a frenzy. He said he had business at the ancient shrine outside town. Got you there. Can I teleport over there? No, not the bed. Just go here. And then run over there. Hey, that is him. Look at him.
Dad.
Jules, how did you know I was here? Is there something you all needed to speak with me about?
It's been a long time, so I know how difficult it is to see her. Either way, you know Mom's never going to stop looking for you.
Ah, so she did see me. I should have been more discreet.
If you don't mind me asking, Dr. Noah, what are you doing here?
Ah, right. Do you see this plaque behind me? Inscribed on it is a record of diseases throughout history. I came to see if I could find anything useful.
Oh, I see. You were looking for a way to cure Jules.
What?
Am I really that transparent? Still, this might be a good opportunity for me to explain everything to you all. You deserve to know what happened. It was many years ago, long before I knew anything about homunculi. I came to learn of an institution that fostered war orphans. That was where I first met you, Jules.
I was a war orphan?
Yes. Aprilis had entrusted the four of you to that orphanage. She couldn't take care of you on her own. It was her last resort.
That's understandable.
Indeed. It was in that orphanage where we met Jules. You should have seen how happy Pamela was. After all, she couldn't bear children of her own.
Mom couldn't have children?
Unfortunately not. But I know that she loved you more because of it. The years after we adopted you were the happiest of our lives. When you became ill, it devastated your mother. That's when I promised her that I would find a cure for you.
Dad.
One day, in my desperate search to find a treatment, a man approached me. That man was an alchemist named Zola.
Papa.
He told me who he was and asked for my help in his alchemy research. It was then he revealed to me that you, Jules, were a homunculus. I thought that if I helped him, I would eventually find a way to cure your disease.
I had no idea. But why did you have to leave us?
The hero you were created from suffered from the same disease as you. I surmised that the hero's body would lead me to more clues about the disease. However, Zola kept a firm grip on his research. As a condition for becoming his adjutant, I was forbidden from leaving the prison.
Dad,
It's not your fault, Jules. Being sick isn't ever anyone's fault. Believe me, my deepest regret is leaving you and your mother without saying goodbye.
Jules, there's something you've been wanting to say, isn't there? You don't have to wait anymore.
Yufa.
Dad. To tell you the truth, there were many things I wanted to say to you when I saw you again. I wanted to tell you how much I despised you, how much I hated you. But now, how could I say any of those things?
Jules.
Thanks, Dad. For taking care of me. For being my dad. And for trying to find a cure for me. Thank you.
Jules.
As a doctor, it would be imprudent of me to be too optimistic. But I'm progressively coming to understand your disease. There's still a chance for a cure. I will do everything in my power to save you.
Dad.
Good thing you two finally hashed it out. Hey, by the way, what kind of research were you helping Zola with exactly?
I was looking for ways to extract memories from a person's soul. That research allowed me to create the primordials and monsters from Adol's memories. I imagine Zola plans on taking this research even further.
Even further?
But what about Shadowlard? I thought you two were working together.
You must mean how Shadowlard gathered those with desirable talents in the prison. That was Zola's plan all along. He was merely using Master Shadowlard. Zola was the one who truly needed them. In spite of that, he rarely shows himself in the prison nowadays. I'm afraid even I don't know what he planned on doing with them.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it wasn't anything good.
Zola is an unforgiving man, if his treatment of Shadowlard was any indication. But if you asked me if he were evil, I wouldn't be able to tell you. He sincerely believes his actions are just, regardless of the implications.
You mean he's a whack job, the kind you stay away from?
That may be true. I admit, I had my fair share of blame for your hardships, Monstrums. For that, I apologize. It was the least I could do to make it up to you, but I don't expect to be forgiven on that alone.
Dad.
I'll go see your mother soon, Jules. You have my word. My son is fighting his best even when sick. It's only right that I work just as hard. After it's all over, we'll go back to how it was. You, me, and your mother. Crimson King. No, at all. Zola is profoundly fascinated with you. You have no reason to trust me, but I suggest that you be careful. Now then, it's nearly sunset. I'd better return to the prison. You'll have to excuse me.
Dad, you be careful too.
Yes, I will.
Hey, good for you, Jules.
Yeah, thanks. I should thank you guys too.
We're all happy for you, Jules. Your dad is a good person after all.
I believe there is much I can learn from him as well.
Yeah, he's all right. Can we go back to town now?
We have accomplished our task.
Roman garrisons house Roman soldiers are hard at work. Those Roman soldiers are hard at work.
Now, what do I want to see first?
Dude, doesn't get much better than this.
I'm gonna see everything.
Whoa!
Come on, let's go! Yeah.
good job we did there!
How about this one?
Oh, I think girls the...
Oh, for crying out loud, Melissa. Maybe this would be easier if you just picked it your...
I do have my opinions.
Is everything...
Yes. I was just thinking about Melissa and Roderio's conversation. It reminded me of something.
Of something from your past?
Yes. A memory from many years ago. Of a time I spent with Rosvita. With Aprilis.
What do you think, Anamona? What do I think? You wish to know if that dress is defective? No, silly. It's a new outfit for you to wear. It took me a long time to make these. It's a present from me to you. A present? Then shall I give you something in return? You don't need to give me anything. I just want us to be friends, Anamona. Papa has already instructed me to do so. That's not what I mean. Why? How could you do that?
Your doll was getting old. I merely attempted to give her a new body. However, I did not expect her soul to reject it and disappear.
But you didn't have to throw her away!
What is the reason for this outburst?
You don't know anything! I've had Anamona since I was little. She was my only friend!
I can't believe my eyes. I thought you were gone forever. But here you are. I want so badly to take you with me, but you have your own life now. And I can't risk losing you again. Goodbye, Anamona. Until next time.
She didn't take you because she was worried about you. It sounds like Aprilis was actually a pretty normal girl.
I'm kind of relieved to hear that.
Anamona, you're smiling.
Oh. So it seems dolls can smile too.
Anamona.
So what you were looking for was Aprilis all along?
Perhaps. But only in the beginning. Now I wish to find a way to end the Grimwald Nox forever. Aprilis has been fighting alone for so long. But now, I can do something to help her. I do not want for her to feel alone again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adol.
So, what do you all think about this Zola guy?
From what I know about him, He sounds unpredictable, and his magnum opus is anybody's guess.
Yeah. I just hope that we'll find out soon.
job well done.
Oh. See you later then.
Something's there.
Now then, Monstrums, what do you say we finish up my request?
What?
But you already killed all of the homunculi.
There's just one more to go. This one.
You cannot mean... Wait, so you're also a homunculus?
Yeah. Funny, isn't it? What was his name? Shadowlard? I don't know when he created me. It was probably when the real me came to this prison for an inspection. But it doesn't matter now. Would you oblige me at all? I thought you'd say that. That's why I brought someone else to convince you.
I wish to ask this of you as well, Adol.
Parks? What are you doing here?
I recall Parks mentioning that he was friends with Marius.
Marcus Claudius Germanicus. That is the name of one of the most celebrated, revered people in the Roman Empire. Marius is, with all due respect, a homunculus of that man.
What?
It all makes sense now.
What makes sense?
What are you talking about?
Marius is a homunculus of the current Emperor of Rom.
What? He is?
But if you're his friend, then who are you, Parks?
I regret I had to keep it a secret from you all. But my real name is Lindheim. I was formerly only a cardinal of the church, but now I am also Governor General of Glea.
But weren't you supposed to be missing?
Cardinal Lindheim.
I knew you weren't just some old man, but I can't say I saw this coming.
When I went to inspect the prison, I saw an inmate who looked just like His Majesty. I thought my eyes were deceiving me, so I investigated as an undercover prisoner. But I had no idea he was a homunculus.
It was my fault you went through all of that, Lindheim.
Nonsense. It was my choice. I couldn't turn a blind eye to His Majesty, even if you're not precisely the same person. I figured Adol needed to hear this to understand your reasoning.
I believe Shadowlard has some kind of control over me. After we escaped, I knocked Adol out and returned to the prison with him. In the same vein, I think it prevents me from ending my own life. I may not be a real Imperial Knight, but it'd be nice to go out like one. That's why it needs to be you, Adol. You're the only one who can do this.
That's crazy. I knew he was someone important. I didn't know he was a homunculi. I thought he was bad, honestly. I never thought it'd come to this.
Yeah.
Sorry, my friend. This'll be the last time I take advantage of your kindness. All right, Adol. Don't hold back.
Battle to the death. Damn. Adol. You have to take him down. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Damn.
Marius's body is glowing!
It's fading. So this is really goodbye.
Yeah. It's been fun. Adol. Can I say one more thing before I go? In your adventures, you save people's lives. You lead them. Give them courage. You discover the unknown. And little by little, your actions change the world. I'm sure, Adol, that you'll come to understand the meaning of this someday.
I hope so.
I have no doubt that you will. When you find the answer, tell it to the real me, will you? I'm sure that wisdom will help the world. Find the one who's behind this. You have to stop him. Thanks for being my friend, Adol. We had a good run.
Adol.
Thank you, Adol.
He was a good friend.
I know. I'm positive he felt the same way. We're all...
He was one hell of a guy, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
The one who's behind this? He must have known about Zola.
So he was the Emperor's...
I had no idea that you were the Governor General, Parks. I hope we didn't do anything to offend you.
Of course you didn't. And I'm the one who owes you an apology. Forgive me for keeping this a secret from all of you.
You don't have to.
I hope you will find the sincerity in my words, despite my prevarication. I'm very glad to have met you all, though I wish it were in different circumstances. With that, I should also be on my way.
maybe...
What? But you can't go! You're the one who started the dandelion!
And I believe it would be in your best interest as Governor General to see this through.
It is handy having you around.
And maybe you could keep those nosy soldiers in check. Well, not that someone like Belger would pose much of a threat.
You are all very convincing. Very well. I shall remain at the Dandelion. Though I may return to my office occasionally to tend to my many long overdue affairs.
Yes.
But are you sure about this? My allegiance lies with Rom.
Of course we are! To us, you're still Parks, not the Governor General.
I understand. I shall be sure to remember that.